Welcome back to another episode of Gilded Minutes, the music talk show where I reintroduce your favorite musicians to the music that moves them with the help of an incredible hi-fi system. Today's guest is Automatic. For those who are not aware, Automatic is an LA-based trio consisting of three close friends that make music that they call Deviant pop. I was fortunate enough to catch them while they were here in New York City on tour, and they sat down with me the morning that they released their new album, Is It Now?, which has quickly grown into one of my favorite releases of this year. We had a great, open, and honest conversation talking about everything from their creative process, what it's like to release a new album into the world, all the way down to the reality of living in a culture of distraction and how to keep yourself sane in a world that feels like it's growing increasingly more crazy by the day. After that, we then moved into the music portion of this show where they introduced me to music that absolutely blew my mind. So I hope you guys enjoy this conversation and the music as much as I did, and I will see you guys next time. If at any point you find yourself enjoying what I'm doing here, maybe consider throwing this video a like, hitting that subscribe button, and maybe even sharing this video with a friend if it strikes you. I have many more incredible interviews coming down the pipeline. Trust me, you don't want to miss them. Anyways, see you guys next time. Enjoy. There are certain bands that I see them the first time and I know immediately there's no limit to how often you can or should see that band. And last night I was like, next time they're in town, I'm going to be there. The next time after that they're in town, I'm going to be there.
That's really sweet.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell when you're on stage. I've had shows where I thought, oh, that was a really good show, and then the crowd reaction wasn't that great, and then vice versa. Like last night, maybe it was a little tricky with like our in-ears. So it's nice to hear, because you never actually know what the show is like.
We were talking a little bit about touring in Europe and touring in America. I wonder if you guys have noticed this, but I've noticed in general, like if I'm out or if I'm at a show in Berlin or Paris, the crowd expression always feels a little bit more...
Like austere? Oh no,
What
Paris,
is that?
no. They're more energetic.
Yes,
Paris.
that's a great
Yeah.
austere. I'm gonna use
But
that.
that's the opposite. That means
Oh, that's
like stiff.
Oh no, I always found them way less stiff in like a weird way.
Paris loses their mind.
They'll go wild over anything.
It's great.
I don't even take it as a compliment. I'm like, you guys are just being Parisian. Right
But we
now.
love it.
Yeah, no, yeah.
We're
it's
here
great.
for it.
Yeah.
And we support them.
And so I imagine it's tough because in America, I do feel like there's a stiffness to crowds. Like it's
Except
just like...
in Texas, maybe.
You think
Yeah,
so?
there are certain cities that are more free.
Texas people go wild.
Yeah.
Outside of Texas, are there other cities that you guys notice like actually move and dance the way
you know,
you
I
want?
think when you are not on the coasts, people are just like really passionate about independent music because I feel like it's more underground there. So like all the freaks come together and they're like, yes! Versus New York or LA where it's just another Tuesday night.
That's where all the freaks move to.
Yeah, exactly.
So then they're all congregated together, so it's a little bit.
So it feels more special going to flyover states
Sure.
and having the shows be really fun because it means so much to people.
Yeah. It's actually a really good way to put it. I guess here where we can almost be like too spoiled by who you have access to.
Yeah.
Last night there was like 6
Yes,
bands in
I
town.
know.
Like
I know our
was
friends, the
trying to-
Viagra Boys, were playing. We
Yep.
wanted to see them. And
Spiritualized.
Spiritualized. we love.
Spiritualized was here?
Yeah, they played a show. I'm glad you
Sorry.
didn't know.
I
so you can know.
know.
Sorry, you had to see us.
Yeah, no, it was such a fine trade-off. But yeah, there was like 6 or 7 bands. Like English Teacher was here, Maria Somerville, James K, Maruja.
Oh, James
like,
K.
It was just packed.
We should have all
last
just played one festival.
night. Honestly, I would have been so happy. Okay, anyways, congratulations on release day.
Thank you.
I'm wondering, how is it feeling today? Does it feel like you guys are at a finish line at all? How do you guys handle release days and like the expectations of them and all of that?
I feel like totally dissociated.
Yeah, same.
Because usually we're like at home and we kind of do something like with the label, we'll have a party, but we're just like in the thick of it on tour right now. We're like mid-tour, so we're like exhausted and
There's no time to process.
Yeah.
Which is probably good because
it's nice.
It's
Because
nice
we're
to-
not like sitting on our phones,
it's like, how many likes?
which
do we have?
happens sometimes. Yeah, you check the stats.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
That's a
kind-
wormhole.
I feel like it's best to just make a record, enjoy it, and then let it go and not
Just forget about
have
it completely.
expectations.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe.
Do you feel like that's always been a simple process, being able to create something and then release it and not get pulled under into, I guess, the paranoia or worry about how it's performing, how it's being received? Do you feel like that's always been a natural process for you?
We don't really obsess over like how well things are doing.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that get like addicted to it, and I watch it and it looks a little painful, but it's also exciting, and it's like I'll get more invested like in my friends' stats.
Yeah.
Like with
same.
their albums, I'm like, oh my god, it's so sick, like it's going so well. But then
Yeah.
like my album, I'll just like completely forget about, and people will tell me how it's doing, and I'll be like, oh.
It's really funny when people say, wow, you guys are doing so well. What? You're oblivious to it.
Because also
It doesn't feel like anything has changed since when we started the band.
Yeah, and
like.
I feel like it looks like something different than what it feels
Yeah.
like.
Sure. Yeah.
Like
We're in
our
an
lives
era
haven't changed that
of just
much.
perception being,
Yes,
it can
like
be
social
totally
media.
different from reality, so.
Yeah, it makes things look a certain way.
On stage, you guys present like just absolute rock stars. So
That's so funny to hear, because
Yeah,
we don't
sure.
feel like that.
Again,
at
just completely disassociated.
all. Yeah.
you're like, I'm just playing my instrument, and doing my thing.
Just terrified,
Yeah.
blacking out.
Yeah. It seems like you guys have a good relationship with like your creativity. Feels like it must come from a natural place, a natural inclination to create, because what else is there to do? Does that feel about right?
Yeah, like having my bandmates, Izzy and Lola, it's been like the best flow for me creatively. I need more coffee, but
No,
yeah,
I know
it
what
comes
you
out
mean.
easier
It's-
with them
I think
than on my own.
We
is what I'm
care
trying to say.
so much about each other's opinion, and we trust each other's taste so much, so it really is just like a closed circuit. It's not like we're only looking for validation from each other. And the longer I'm in this band, the more grateful I am for that, and I realize it's rare to be so on the same page with people collaboratively. There's really not friction, or like when we were mixing the album, I flew out with to meet the producer, and I had to do a lot of the hands-on mixing vibe. So I had Lola and Haley in my head, and I was like, no, we gotta change that tambourine sound. Lola's not gonna like it. So it's like it's really cool to know, just deep down, all the little the tastes and all that shit.
And how they like combine together and inform each other. And also, I feel like I can't be as productive unless I'm sitting in a room with both of them and they're like waiting for me to play something. Even just as basic as that helps me.
We really feed off each other.
Yeah.
The chemistry between the three of you and how critical each one of you feel to Automatic is not lost on me. It's just like right up front and center, and particularly in a live setting, you just really get the sense of how all three pieces are coming together in this incredibly magnetic way.
You're gassing us up.
That's great. Oh, yeah.
you guys are so good. Like, yeah, you guys are so sick. I know what it's like to receive this
I feel like it's
outward-
hard for anyone to take compliments
Yeah.
because I'm just like, wow, yeah, I'm so good.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But it is nice to hear because, like I said, you have no idea if something's good or not when you're
Sure.
the one making it.
Sure.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
And it's also because you guys are making it for yourself, right? And so
Yeah.
I'm sure to you guys it feels like you're just like tinkering around in the studio with friends. And
Yeah,
I
to
think
me
it's
it just
exactly what
feels
you're
like
doing.
silly. Like I talk about it with people. I feel like being a musician is like one of the most embarrassing things that you can do.
Yeah, especially in your
Like
30s,
when you,
it's like, I'm in a band.
especially in your 30s. And like when
Especially in
you really
LA.
look at people like holding their instruments, like when you really look, like it all looks so cheesy.
You're like, what are you doing? You
Yeah.
look so goofy right now.
Yeah,
Like, what
but
are you
it's all
doing?
of us, so
Yeah.
it's fine.
You're united in the goof. I
Yes.
understand. So how did you guys find each other then? Like, how did it make sense to
Yeah.
all start making music together?
So the lore is that I met Lola at a music festival. She was like best friends with my ex's sister, and I met Izzy at a party. She helped me find my phone, and then I don't know, we hit it off. And then I went to go see her band that she had before, and she was really good. And I was like trying to help her book shows and stuff, but then she was like, "I'm not doing it anymore." And then
We all wanted to start a band at the same time.
Yeah.
So I think the timing was really good because I'd wanted to be in a band so badly for so long. And I tried playing music with so many different people. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to try one more time.
Sure.
Because it can be really demoralizing when you're just like trying to even find the right people to play with. But you did my makeup for something once for this like video I was shooting.
yeah, I was trying to get into
And then
makeup.
we kept running into each other. I was like, okay, you're cool, I'm cool.
Yeah, the universe kept throwing us together, And it was Lola's idea to start a band, and she wanted it to be like just drums and bass, I think. Like I wanted to play bass and I didn't know how to play bass, and
It is crazy
this is good.
this is the first time you ever played bass. I'm such a fan of her bass lines. I think they're really
Yeah,
all the parts are built around her bass lines. in my
Yeah,
opinion.
I mean, it's so obvious in the music too.
Yeah.
Like those bass lines are so fundamental to the automatic experience. We were talking about this right before you guys got here, but we both listened to the album. He listened to it on his bike ride over here this morning, and I was playing the record this morning. And I think what really stands out is like the groove. Like you guys have such an incredible groove that just runs throughout, that makes it so fun to listen to, inviting. I think anybody can get lost within it because of how infectiously groovy it is. And then what also starts to creep up is also how you guys also have something to say, which I would love to get into. Do you guys remember, before I go there, do you guys remember your first session together?
Ooh, first?
Yeah, like when you all were like, okay, we're gonna try to be a band now.
I think
We
it
were
was-
probably so drunk.
Oh, you go. Oh, no, you go.
Yeah, it was probably like that too.
Very sheepish. It was probably like super awkward.
Yeah.
Okay, can you talk to me a little bit about where it came from? It's been, I think, 3 years since the last record, maybe 2.5 or so.
That sounds right.
How did you guys approach making another record? Is this made up of songs from the last record and you just kept building off of those? Or was there like a clean break between Excess and then this one where you were like, cool, we are going to start something new?
So far, there's been like one song for each album that has been written on the previous album, and then but only made it onto the next album. If that makes sense.
Sure.
So we had one song,
Yeah.
which was Smog Summer. And then we have another song for the next one, the mod song.
Oh, yeah, true.
That's funny.
You guys are like almost creating the DNA of the next
Yeah,
record and
true.
the last.
Mutating
it's like,
the seed.
it
Because with
births
Excess,
the
it
next
was
one for
Turn
you.
Away was
Yeah.
from Signal Times.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Anyways.
I think what stands out to me is there are social and political elements to this one
Right,
that are a
right.
bit subversive. Was that part of the original conception? Did you guys know you wanted to make something a little bit subversive with something to say, or was it a process of discovery for you guys?
I think the longer we've been in this band, the more politically inclined we are with our music. Just because of the direction America is going in. And
We're really active with protests, and we just knew that we couldn't let the opportunity pass to like express somewhat how we feel about things, and I wouldn't want to ignore it.
Yeah,
we have
it's-
an opportunity to talk to people.
and we feel emotionally affected by
Yeah.
it. So making music is one way of dealing with it. Like, because I feel like a lot of people feel so powerless, and it's really easy to be nihilistic right now, but I think it's a mistake to fall into that mentality, because even just writing a song about it, like you feel some kind of empowerment. So
we all just have to try and take care of our mental health going through these times and try and find something to have hope for, because if we all just agree that we're all going to lose and die in violence and burning, then, you know, we will. But if we can all collectively just focus on getting to the
what's
next
important
stage.
too, I feel like we're in such a culture of distraction that it's really easy to just eat
Yeah.
candy and watch crappy videos on TikTok.
Nerd clusters.
But yeah, making something that feels like it has some substance in itself feels provocative and rare these days. It's a really weird, interesting time for culture. Interesting in a bad way.
What about the culture right now feels, I guess, a little bit polarizing or curious to you? And I have my own thoughts that I'd love to share as well, but yeah,
Well,
tell
I
me more
think
about it.
It's all related to me. Billionaires buying up magazines, newspapers, gutting them, controlling narratives of
Me versus you.
Yeah.
Pitting us against each other rather than what is really going on.
Yeah, and on an artistic level, since those platforms have been gutted, there aren't the same like cultural like writers and people that think deeply about things.
Thinkers.
Yeah.
Rather than like TED Talk fluff.
Rather than popularity chasers or payola, or I feel like Pitchfork has become just whoever the labels tell them to write about, they'll write about, stuff like that. I don't know, it's just, it feels schizophrenic and chaotic, and I think it is important to have jobs where people can write about art in a way that isn't just about what is popular. I don't know, it just feels chaotic right now. But at the same time, it's cool that, like, with technology, there's more accessibility. I don't know, it's weird.
Yeah, benefits,
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm definitely feeling the loss of critical thinkers and voices.
When you're saying you're feeling the loss of critical thinkers and voices, I know there's a pretty buzzy article out right now that I think was published by the New York Times about how music criticism has lost its edge. Is that primarily what you're talking about, or are you talking about just in general? It feels like critical thinkers across the board.
I think I'm not really a fan of like harsh critics that are like swinging their dick around, and it's more just like we're in a very anti-intellectual era, so
We definitely feel it in the music industry.
Yeah.
There's like very much not a lot of music writing in general.
who like are aware of the history of
I don't know, that just write something besides what you send them.
yeah.
But I bet also that it also transcends the music industry and it's like everything. Like
Well,
I
yeah,
just think
it's-
about people like
it's all
Noam
related.
Chomsky and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, where's the next one?
Noam
Good.
Chomsky, but I like watching his lectures because his writing is so dense. It's kind of hard to
I had a really hard
commit.
time reading him, but I just got this book called Understanding Power, and it was like transcribed like an interview, and it
Oh,
was like
cool.
way easier for me
Yeah.
to read.
Have you seen? It's Noam Chomsky and
Documentary.
no, it's him and Foucault talking.
I'd like to see that.
It's really good because they represent two different ways of questioning why Western governments are fucked.
Sure.
It's basically them discussing like what is the ideal society and how do we get there, and they have very different perspective. And I agree with what both of them say. So yeah, I would recommend watching it. It's a lecture in I think it's the 70s or something. And
Okay. I will pester you for it
Yeah,
after
yeah,
this
yeah.
interview.
I'll send
I'm
it to you.
very much interested in these conversations. I think what stands out to me about culture right now is, and I think this is honestly a good way to put it, because I think like we're suffering from existing too much at the poles and too much at the
Yeah.
extremes, that it feels like society is either incredibly sharp right now or incredibly soft, where either like the things that are being shared can be too inflammatory, too insensitive, unempathetic, or entirely coddling. And I think like it's almost discouraged anyone with nuance from like
Yes,
really
nuance, like,
being able
does
to
not
thrive.
exist.
Nuance
Yeah.
does not exist right now.
especially
Yeah.
because whatever you say, like no matter what it is, if you look at the comment section, people are going to be fucking
Yeah.
arguing.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just okay. Then no one wants to say anything.
And
that
also
might be
everybody
taken wrong.
like just accepts everything as fact. So someone makes like the stupidest meme and just presents it like a news article, and then the comment section are like, what timeline are we in? And it's like the one where you believe everything that you read
Yeah.
instantly.
I
And
don't
yeah,
even believe
no
those
nuance.
commenters are real anymore. Like, what's real?
No,
Are
for
they
real.
bots?
Aren't.
Like,
We are getting to such a weird time
It's
where
so
like
strange.
the amount of times I've seen a video in the last couple of months just to open up the comment section and be like, that's AI. And I'm like, holy
So it's-
shit.
it's
Yeah.
funny. I feel. Who are we talking to? Oh, our producer Lauren came to our show yesterday, and he was saying he's producing this band, and none of them have phones, and none of them
Wow.
have social media. And I'm like, is the pendulum gonna swing
Mm.
I'm
that way?
down.
Where
I'm
it's-
down.
Yeah,
Oh.
like no technology, no social media.
Yeah.
That would be really cool. I think we need to go back to that.
I feel like we jumped the shark.
freaking-
I feel like the best time for society or not society, but like technology integration in society felt like
Early
iPods.
2000s.
early
Yeah,
2000s.
that was perfect.
Just the first iPod.
Exactly.
We
My
should have
face.
stopped there.
Stop it right there.
But we'll never stop. That's the problem.
I know. And
Once corporations can make money out of something, that's it, game over.
anyways, not to get like too doom and gloom,
No,
but
no,
We go there
let-
so
my-
fast.
Waking up
Oh,
now
really?
with the anger.
okay, the coffee's starting to hit. But yeah, overall, like I agree with you. I feel it's very frightening right now to be someone with something to say because of how the rules of engagements have proliferated through social media. As you were
Yeah.
saying, it's like you open the comments to anything
And it's
they're
exhausting.
Yeah, you're
It's
immediately
exhausting.
burnt out. And what's also crazy to me is then I stop and think and I'm like, how often do like my friends or like normal people stop to comment on anything? And it's they don't.
I know.
So it's like all of the narrative, all of the criticism that you are seeing online is being like put out there by people that are probably just like too bored,
Yeah.
too dissociated.
Chronically online.
Yeah, just
Or
chronically
your friends
online.
are posting in the comments on their Finstas
Yeah.
only.
That's it. Maybe everybody's commenting, but they're just commenting from fake accounts.
Yeah.
Except for me.
Yes, everyone except for us in this room.
Except for this room right here.
We only comment. Whatever, never mind. Let's go. Let's go. Next question. Just kidding.
I want to start getting into the music part of this, which I'm very excited to see what your picks. But I loved your quote, is you said, "It's harder and harder to enjoy a sense of escapism. It's tinged with delusion. Action feels more rewarding." Were you someone that was very much benefiting from this escapism in its early stages, and then there was a moment where you're like, I'm not even enjoying escaping anymore?
Yeah, I think there's different forms of escapism, and I'm still a fan of like fantasy and stuff like that. Art can be escapist and feel like an oasis, but there has to be substance to it. I feel like the escapism I was talking about was like instant gratification, or like shopping to feel good, or those little things
Little dopamine
that we're
hits.
encouraged to partake in just to distract from the like creepy, shitty fascism
Sure.
of this country. But I think the main thing is sometimes I'll be driving and I'll put on the radio and I'll listen to this, "We're going out tonight," like this like happy, forced, shallow party music, and it just feels so sinister. Then I'll switch to NPR or whatever and I'll be like, "ICE is arresting blah blah." There's like a cognitive dissonance between the cheery kind of optimistic party music or like superhero movies that are just like totally, what is this saying? I don't really get it. So it's more just that creepy juvenile escapist instant gratification energy that feels more and more or something. I don't know.
Sure.
Do you know what I'm saying?
It seems like, correct me if I'm wrong, it seems like the volume on the chaos, the discord is starting to get so loud that like you can hear it even when the volume on all the happy, be joyous shit is at max volume.
Yeah.
And you're realizing that there's no more volume to just keep pumping this escapism up.
Yeah.
It's like something's got to give, something's got to change. Does that
Exactly.
seems about right?
And I feel like it's designed, I don't know, not to be like the man.
Feel
but
free.
like corporations
Go for
definitely, it's just, don't rock the boat, don't think about anything subversive, just enjoy this garbage
Yeah.
and shop.
Yeah.
And it just feels so gross.
Yeah. This is a big loaded question, but what do you guys feel is like the best thing a person can do these days in the face of the state of the world right now? I've been thinking about this a lot. Is it okay to protect your peace? Should you be a revolutionary? Are certain people supposed to be revolutionaries and other people can protect their peace? These are questions that I'm struggling and
It's so
grappling with every
hard.
day.
It's so hard, and I feel like another problem with the internet is everybody's acting like they know what to do, and it's so infuriating that everyone is an expert on like how we get out of this, because if all of us were such experts, how did we get here? But
Yeah.
my answer to this also changes, like, but today I feel like something that people should do that is really helpful is to look within and check your own biases and look at your forms of escapism and find compassion wherever you can.
I think compassion is really important because I just feel like there's always been a problem for the left, for people not to like overly police each other, and then there's no solidarity. So I think finding solidarity, even if you don't agree with somebody 100%, like even if you're not doing it the right way, but you know, the point is that we get people on the same page and they have more of an education about the history of imperialism and like
I
power
think it's
structures.
easier to do that and take it in whenever you're like working on yourself,
Yeah,
basically, and
so
you
you're not
figure
just
out,
reacting to
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you're being like the best person you can, then like the right decisions come naturally to you, and you figure out where you're supposed to be, and you'll naturally connect like with your heart and with people in your community, and everything will become more obvious if you're looking within and not like assuming that all of the problems are always external and that you're a victim to everything. Yeah.
Because I think at the end of the day, we want to change people's minds and not just be self-righteous and cancel and punish. Cancellation and punishment, that just leads to neo-Nazis, I
Right.
feel like. You have to integrate people, and I think it's like a law of attraction kind of vibe. If you're just like screaming all the time and making people feel shitty,
Right.
they're just going to swing even more right wing.
Yeah.
And I agree with what Haley said. It's really easy to just be negative and angry,
Yeah.
but it is important to like scan your own mind and be like, okay, what are my biases?
Right.
And you just have to approach everything with love, even though it's cheesy. It's the truth.
Yeah, because if you're spending your time yelling at people on the internet, that's focusing on external.
Yeah.
It's like, you're the problem.
Right.
Your beliefs are wrong. Like, you're ignorant. But that person is dealing with their lens of things. And
And that person is probably a bot.
yeah, that person's probably not real.
It is really.
Yeah, probably.
And like that is how we come together as people that aren't billionaires, because the country is so polarized right now, but at the core of it, a lot of us have the exact same
Yeah,
problems.
it's like-
People want to be able to afford groceries.
Yeah.
People want to feed their families. People want to go to school. A lot of people have the exact same issues. It's just we're all dealing with different history and stuff. So it's just like,
Most people have been brainwashed since birth by like the two companies that own everything.
yeah.
It's-
And we have to dismantle that in our own minds ourselves. Like, you can't really do it for other people.
Incredible answers. And I think something else to add on top of that is everybody thinks they're good too. Everybody thinks they're right.
Exactly.
And what everybody's
Such a
fighting
good
for, whether
point.
you're right or left, is like they're fighting for a world that
righteously
is
believe.
most peaceful, that is like supportive of what they deem is good.
Yes.
And so it's so offensive when you're telling somebody you're not good and then expecting that to do anything.
Effective.
It's not
Yeah.
effective. And I
Yeah.
think right now we're dealing with at least the loudest voices that you hear in the comment sections, in the room, out and about, are the people that think shame is an effective motivator towards
Yes.
change. And I think you're exactly right. You have to live an examined life,
Yes.
and you have to
I like
realize,
that. Live and examine.
yeah.
An unexamined life is not worth living.
Oh, preach.
Yes.
Free.
You wanna add something? You're so beautiful.
But yeah, it seems to be about living an examined life, and like to change minds, you have to change hearts, right? It's like you
Yeah.
got to be able to sit down and enjoy a beer with someone you disagree
Or
with,
two.
and like you'll
And
realize.
people's minds can change. That's the thing.
Shame is, such a good point, so counterproductive,
Yeah.
because in my experience of doing work on myself, shame has been like the biggest hindrance of making any progress on literally anything. I thought that it was helpful to talk negatively to myself about myself, and I thought that would be like the motivation to improve something, but it's not. It's counterproductive.
Yeah, it's just a very easy way to like approach conflict, right? It's so
Yeah.
hard to
It is the
slow down
easiest.
when somebody's yelling at you, telling you're not good,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and giving them grace,
Yes.
right? And
It's hard.
compassion.
And
Yeah.
it makes you reactive.
Realizing that that's coming from a place of fear and woundedness and all that
And
stuff.
that's what the man wants.
For real though.
He wants us to fight each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Incredible
we could rant
conversation.
about this shit all day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. I love that you guys want to talk about that stuff and are also like fearless in talking about that stuff, and fearless making music that talks about that stuff, but also music that's just fun. And I think what's so effective is it's subversive, but it's also fun, which means it'll reach a lot of ears, which a lot of people means
That's
a lot
our
of people
little
can find.
trick.
That's a little trick.
And now you're a communist.
Wow, this is how it starts, huh? The automatic album. I would love to now transition to listening to music, because I invited you guys over to chit chat a little bit and then show me some music that means a lot to you guys.
We love music.
Yeah.
How was it sizing up this format and being like, I'm gonna go listen to music with a stranger?
We just say yes to life.
It
Perfect.
sounded cool to me.
Dope. That's great. And how did you guys approach it? So I gave you guys a couple different ways that you can go about curating your picks, right? Songs that are really moving to you, that are very formative, or songs from a particular album that are really formative. How did you guys go about making your selects here?
Someone recently asked some question that made me remember this moment in my life that led me to one of the songs that I picked for this.
Okay.
The moment was like the first time that I heard Velvet Underground at a party, and like before that I think I was just like going with whatever the environment provided, and it was just like a very ding, yes, like light bulbs went off. I feel like after that moment like everything changed.
Cool.
So that's a nice moment to remember, and
I'm going to ask you about that one a little bit more in depth once we get there.
Yeah.
I also have that record here. So maybe, I was thinking maybe we end with the Velvet Underground because everything else I'm going to stream through a HiFi system. So it's going to sound really fucking cool.
Nice.
But then that's going to
excited.
sound really good. Okay, let's get into it. Who would want to go first?
I'll go first. I feel like I'm gonna have to sing now or something.
Do
All right, I'm ready for
whatever-
my Bowie.
Do whatever feels natural.
no.
Whatever
She's
feels
really
natural.
good at singing.
Yeah, I've noticed.
I picked. Wait, let me try again. I picked "Always Crashing in the Same Car" on the album "Low" by David Bowie, and I feel like this has just been a consistent album for me to come back to because it has such a Berlin dark vibe, and I love all the tones and sounds on it. Just sonically, I love the way it sounds. And I'm just a huge David Bowie fan, so.
Cool. All right, here we go.
Every chance that I take, with kilometers in the red lights, I was always looking left and right. Oh, but always crashing in the same car. Jasmine, I saw you beaming. I was going round and round, but I'm always crashing in the same car.
I'm gonna share a little secret.
Yeah.
That might be the first time I've ever intentionally listened to David Bowie.
What?
That guy's pretty good.
Goodness.
Shut the front door.
I'm so like we were just talking about. I'm serious. Yeah.
Why?
Well,
I
bless your
wrong with
heart.
you?
we were just talking about this with Velvet Underground because I really just started getting into Velvet Underground like in the last year, and I was talking about just it's
He's shaking his head. You're trying to be edgy. I get it. You're trying to be alt.
that's it. Yeah. That's it for
I like
me.
the honesty.
Yeah. No.
It's funny
Yeah,
because usually
own it.
the Velvet Underground is like and Bowie and stuff like that is like the entryway into more obscure music, but
Oh, interesting.
you went the other way around, I guess.
Yeah, I guess I just started with the obscure music
Yeah.
and I'm working
yeah.
my way back up. Yeah. No, but that's a very cool song.
It is. You can just hear like the experimentation, I think. That's what I love about that album. It was just Bowie and Eno fucking around, probably on crazy drugs. Definitely on crazy drugs.
Brian Eno is part of this
Yeah,
track as well.
they made it together. So yeah, you can just hear that they're playing and experimenting, and that's my favorite. When that comes across in a song, I love it.
So tell me why you chose this song for today. How did you find it? Like, what sort of came up while listening to it or discovering it?
I think I was just going through my playlists, and I was like, oh yeah, I like this one. Because every song on this album I love, even
She
though
plays
side.
low a lot. It's just like somehow deeply ingrained in her vibe
Yeah.
somehow. Just as someone who knows her, like it's just quintessential.
Yeah.
Izzy.
I love like David Bowie's persona, obviously, and it's great. But I love that he has like something theatrical about him. And I think maybe my parents are playwrights, so I
Oh,
feel
very
like
cool.
maybe there's some kind of like the theater of it is familiar. And I love how intellectual he is and all his references, playwrights and painters. He's just such an interesting artist. Someone that can make pop music, but also integrate weirdness and like an alien intellectualism that I just find really
Like to the masses.
yeah. And it just proves that humans aren't dumb. People will like interesting things. You don't have to spoon feed them garbage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But this is also an album that you find pretty deeply important.
Yes, very much.
How long has this album been part of your life?
Maybe like 15 years, like early 20s.
And do you remember when you discovered it? How did it come into your orbit in general?
I think I just went through a massive Bowie phase. Probably I was like 17, 18. And I just went through all his records. And for some reason, this era is the one that I love the most.
Sure.
He's my favorite Bowie Beanie Baby.
Was there somebody that was instrumental in helping you digest Bowie? Or maybe the reason I haven't done a deep dive into Bowie yet is because, I don't know, I haven't found...
No one passed you the Bowie baton.
In like a weird way, yeah. He's very much like
Well,
past
I'll do it right now.
Well, this is why I love doing this so much, because every single time I've done this, an
You have a
artist
new
that I admire
discovery.
puts me onto something, and it makes sense. Like I can hear it. I feel like in the way that you probably hear it, like with a
Right.
deeper familiarity. And
It makes a difference for a human being to show you an album.
Yeah.
It's the best way to find
Versus
out.
just hit and play and being like, I hear this is great. Yeah. And so like my dad passed me the torch for Zeppelin, and probably primarily Zeppelin, but like not more of the left field stuff, or like the
Right.
weirder stuff, just
Yeah.
like the very
The
classic
oddballs.
stuff.
Yeah. But
Which
that's
is great.
good. That's foundational.
Yeah.
You need that too.
Did somebody pass you the torch for Bowie or invite you
I feel
in?
like my sister Lola, my older sister, she's an actress and she loves like Grace Jones, Prince, people with a lot of pizzazz.
Pizzazz.
So that probably has something to do with it.
And is it something like you were growing up around her and she was very into Bowie and you were just taking it in? And
I definitely soaked up a lot of knowledge from her. Yeah.
did she ever like sit you down and be like, this is David Bowie?
No, it wasn't that direct. I absorbed it.
All right, awesome. Haley, it is your turn.
Okay, this is Requiem by Killing Joke.
All right, here we go.
Oh god, I love this song.
That's a banger.
That's
Fucking
such a
love
banger.
that song.
Your expression is like perfect. It's like such a face melter in like the best way.
Yes.
So cool. Okay, tell me a little bit about Killing Joke. I'm unfamiliar, and then tell me why you picked them.
Yeah, so my angle was songs where I felt like everything shifted after I heard it. Velvet Underground was the first one, and then this is the most recent. They've been around for a long time. They made a lot of albums. This is off their very first album. It's the first song on their first album.
Do you know what era this is or year?
It was like, I think this album came out in 1980.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, and my friend Marilyn showed them to me, and I just love them so much.
You do love them.
There's a free documentary about them on YouTube, and just the first time I heard this song, I had to stop everything I was doing. Like both the songs I picked, I had to stop everything that I was doing and just listen to it. It was like arresting. And
Yeah, it definitely grabs you immediately.
yeah, and then all of their albums like have that kind of like intensity and darkness, but then like also danceable, which is something that is a goal of ours too. It's
Sure.
like we have this darkness, but we want people to dance.
Yeah.
And I feel like they do that really well.
Yeah.
And my favorite thing about them though is that the main dude, I forget his name, but he's like really into magic. Like real magic,
Like the
like not
occult?
Magic the Gathering, but like the occult and
Like witchcraft more
yeah, like Aleister
aligned?
Crowley type vibe.
Not like card tricks.
Not card tricks, like rituals, going to like sacred areas and doing these crazy rituals. And in the documentary, they get into a lot of the stuff that they did. And the later albums, he like gets into metal, and he's also like brilliant, and so he like gets into composing, and he like brings that into his like metal albums, which I also really love actually. But
So he's very experimental. you
super
would say.
experimental and does whatever he wants. And also like Nirvana ripped off of this band, and they admit it openly. They ripped off the song 80s. So if you listen to the song The 80s or something by Killing Joke, like you'll hear the Nirvana song.
I remember you played that for me, and I was like, damn.
It's
all right.
uncanny. And it's awesome. In the documentary, they show them talking to Dave Grohl or whatever. And he's, yeah,
Dave
we...
Grohl or whatever.
I got like
Really?
name anxiety.
No, you got it.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
that's
the guy, right?
I couldn't tell if like it was a name anxiety or you just hate Dave Grohl.
No, well, just name anxiety mostly.
Okay.
But yeah, he's talks about how they ripped it off, and it's really cool. It's also so off kilter. Like a lot of their songs have all these different influences. There's weird like country vibes in some of them, which I really love, and it's just like hokey sometimes.
Sure.
They don't do it perfect, but they like do it
They're very authentic.
and like emotional, and it's just like really like heavy and yeah, like arresting is good for it.
Wow. All right. I need to dive into this discography. That was so right up my alley.
What are your
I'm
favorite
not familiar.
albums by them?
The first one, Killing Joke, and then I actually really love Pandemonium. It was their first metal album.
Okay.
Cool.
And you said this changed everything for you. Was it this song in particular or the album?
Yeah, it's the song.
Tell me more about that moment and how you feel you've developed since, or what sort of impact it's had on you.
I don't know if
Just-
that much has changed outwardly in a very perceptible way, but you know, you just get obsessed with things, and then I think it probably like seeps through. I think it's like after listening to the song and watching the documentary and just kind of learning about this guy, I just felt really inspired personally, and it also felt a little bit more permission to be myself and be into like weird things, and especially like magic and stuff, and just seeing this super smart, talented guy like go his own way with his band and never compromise creatively and put things out that were imperfect and do his own thing no matter what, always. It was just like super inspiring, and yeah.
Seems like it had an impact on your creativity, or at least I guess maybe the permission you grant yourself
Yeah.
creatively.
Yeah.
It's validating.
Yeah, validating. Yeah.
Very cool. Okay, moving on.
The second song I chose is this song is Subterranean. Oh my fucking god.
time.
Okay, I got this. This song is Subterranean Desire by Oppenheimer.
It's a mouthful, man.
Water.
Yeah.
It's a song and
Can
the
you
band
guys say
name is
Subterranean?
Yeah.
This song is Subterranean Desire by Oppenheimer Analysis.
Boom, nailed it. I have no idea what to like this name, Oppenheimer Analysis and Subterranean Desire. I'm like,
You're in for a treat.
I have
Yeah.
no idea what to expect, but I'm very excited.
I'm glad you.
It isn't just ambition or a question of career. It's a wonderful obsession, like a passionate affair. Subterranean
so nice to listen to on the speakers.
I know, it sounds so good.
I feel like what these speakers do really well, and just you get so much more texture.
I can hear all the little bits.
Yeah, it's so nice. And something about like synths in particular on this.
Yeah, it's very satisfying.
These picks fit like a glove for you guys so far, which I love. It's like you never know if it's going to be like clear. I'm like, oh, I see how this translates into the music
Yeah.
versus I had Maddie Diaz in here a couple weeks ago. And if you don't know, she's like very just sparse instrumentation, just like her and an acoustic guitar and beautiful cutting songwriting. And then she came in and picked Enema of the State by Blink-182. And I was like, I was not expecting this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Surprising.
Yeah, but these fit like a glove. This song even reminded me a little bit. I don't know the name of it, but one of the new songs on the new record, particularly with
cool.
your little clapping bits there.
Nice.
Maybe, is it now?
Is it now, maybe?
That's cool.
Yeah.
the one that you performed and you're like, get everybody involved.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Clap your hands.
Hands and say
For dark.
yeah.
Clap for dark. Clap for
Yeah,
dark.
no, this song definitely a direct inspiration for me playing synth and learning about how to get the right sounds and stuff. I didn't start synthesizer until this band. So yeah, particularly this song, I feel like I've played it like 10 million times.
Wait, so this is cool. So Automatic started, and 2 out of the 3 members were learning new instruments.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Lola hadn't played drums in a long while before that.
Whoa.
Yeah, we pretty much learned how to play.
Our instruments together.
Yes.
I feel like that makes so much sense for like why it feels so creatively rich. It's all relatively like a new frontier in terms of what you
Yeah.
can do with your synth, what you can do with your bass. Sky's the limit.
And I feel like it's observable in the progression of the albums as well. Like you can hear us learning.
Yeah.
Which, whatever.
It's cool. It's like killing
Yeah.
joke, like you said. We're just being ourselves.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit more about when did you find this song? Why did you want to pick this in particular?
I think Juju Ashworth, who recorded our first 2 albums, he would play this a lot.
He showed us this.
Yeah, and I was like, oh yeah, it just makes me feel like emotional. I don't know, like I was almost like crying just dorky, but
Great.
I don't know why. I just feel it like really hits the wistfulness of it and like the melancholy, and I feel my interpretation of this song is that it's about being an artist or like pursuing something that you know is probably not gonna reward you with, like financially or in any real way aside from the fact that
Material.
it makes you feel alive and inspired. So I feel like it just makes me feel a lot of feelings.
It just
Sure.
hits.
Yeah, I love the lyrics.
Is there a particular lyric that you always want to hit?
Every word.
It's one
I
of
just love
those.
every word.
Yeah.
And this band is really weird because I think they only made one album called New Mexico. And the guy's name is, I can't remember his first name, but say Michael Oppenheimer. His last name is Oppenheimer. And a lot of the songs on this record, it's almost like a concept band. It's about like nuclear war and like it's very dystopian, but not even like in a negative way. I don't know. It's weird. They're like
Quasi
aliens.
dystopian.
It's not positive either. It's just
Neutral dystopian.
neutral dystopian. I think his name is Martin Oppenheimer. No, it probably isn't. Whatever. But his last name is Oppenheimer, and he studied nuclear technology or something.
This
like
Oppenheimer
that.
studied
Yes,
as
like
well.
is fully committed to
The bit.
his obsession. Yeah. So I
Fascinating.
just thought that was really weird. It seems like a fake backstory. Maybe it is.
Crazy how just like having that last name can completely alter how you're going to spend your time simply
For sure,
because
that
of
was how he like
affiliation.
flipped into this like psychotic obsession with bombs.
And is this a contemporary release or when is
I
this
think this
from?
was in 1982,
Oh my
but it's
God,
like it could be
sounds
today.
So yeah, it sounds so
This
modern.
whole album, the other song I like on this is "We're the Devil's Dancers."
Oh, yeah.
It's called "Devil's Dancers."
I love that
It has such like a beautiful alien quality to it. So
To double tap on the emotional resonance it has for you when you said that you're like close to tears listening just now.
no, it sounds so.
No, but it's like that's like I started this. I came up with this show concept after having a very similar experience where I was just moved to tears just listening to music. I had that experience with a Kid Cudi record that I grew up with.
Oh, cool.
And I was just observing the emotional roller coaster I was going through. And at one point, I was brought to tears by how my relationship with the music has evolved as I've gotten older. I guess the world that Kid Cudi promised me would be there, the world that I
Right.
got. It was like this incredible music is just an incredible experience for unpacking
Yeah.
your life and memories and experiences. So not embarrassing at all. That's almost like why I started this show.
Yeah.
Because I know musicians are also going to have some of the deepest relationships with music that moves them. So like when you were feeling that, is there something in particular that was coming up? Why did you find yourself on the brink there?
I think it's just about maybe having faith in whatever vision you have and wanting to follow that, even though it's just such a scary time to be an artist and even just to be a non-artist. But to commit to having an artistic life, it's like jumping off a cliff.
Yeah.
But the reason you want to be an artist is because there's something inside of you that needs to be expressed or articulated. So I think to me that's what that song is about. There's a line that's, it isn't just ambition or a question of career. It's a wonderful obsession, like a passionate affair. So there's something romantic about wanting to have a certain way of living your life that is not safe and that is not what you're told you should do.
Sure. Wow. Thank you for sharing. I feel you. That's the creative dilemma, right? It's just unless you become one of the 1% of people that, you know, can experience massive success, it's very rarely aligned with this ideal future or ideal version of success, because it is an ideal future for you as an artist to be able to do it.
And there's a difference between artistic success and commercial success. So I feel like, honestly, all the songs we picked and just our whole relationship as a band is that there's like this pressure to do things to be successful in a commercial way. And it really is about not giving into that, I think, for us. Because we're three little girls. And
Three little girls.
I feel like people would expect us to, I don't know, play into that a lot. I don't know. Not that anyone's even thinking about us, but I'm just saying it would be like an obvious move to be like, oh, we're sexy girls or something like that. But we're actually just freaks. And
No shade to being sexy, but yeah, you feel like there's avenues
to commodify yourself more.
Yeah.
Do the whole Josie and the Pussycats arc, like
Yeah,
where Josie goes on her own. Have you guys seen that movie?
Yeah, I used to watch it all the time.
He like separates Josie from the Pussycats and then turns her
So,
into
like the money manager.
There's
in
a
your
lot of
ear.
tropes that
He's like, I'm gonna turn you into a star.
Yeah. Not that any one person has told us to do anything, but
It's a collective pressure to be...
It's like an unconscious thing
Yeah.
that we like also have to deprogram in ourselves.
Yeah.
To just be like who
Do you
want to
be popular?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Do cheesy shit.
But then you taint the process.
And then it
become
kind of
honest.
perverts your whole relationship with creativity.
Right. For what it's worth, your guys' creative vision comes through so strong. It was such a joy preparing for this interview because I just pulled this projector down and put all of your guys' music videos up. Shout out whoever does your visuals or the people who do your visuals, because your guys' music videos are so beautiful and
Thank you.
so
It
well
takes a
done.
village.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Anything else to share before we close it out with Velvet Underground?
No, just listen to New Mexico, the whole album. It's really good.
Oppenheimer Analysis rocks.
Yeah, they
All
rock.
right. Deal. Set up the record and then we will.
Yeah, they rock.
Yeah, they rock.
Wait, what is that? How do you like that?
That one's rock, I think.
Oh,
This is I Love You.
whoa.
And this is Hook 'em Horns, maybe?
This is Texas.
Yeah. And then this is Shaka.
And that's like, it's all
Shaka.
groovy, baby.
It's all good. Did you give a Shaka in your
No, I didn't.
I did one.
Did they?
I was embarrassed. This is Venus in Furs by Velvet Underground.
Cool.
Shiny, shiny, shiny boots of leather. Whiplash, girl child in the dark. Chase the costumes she shall wear. Ermine furs adorn imperious. I am tired, I am weary. I could sleep for 1,000 years. Tongue the thongs, the belt that does await you. Strike, dear mistress, and cure his heart. and dreams that would awake me. Different colors made of tears.
Fuck.
It's a crazy song to put together.
Yeah.
All the discordant strings in there. I'm like, how do you even think of that's the sound you want to layer in all over?
I don't think you think of it. I think you just feel it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But then even have just some strings on hand for when you think of it.
Yes.
Pretty cool. Okay, tell me all about it.
It's hard to put this into words, but it's just the best album of all time. But yeah, the first time I heard this song, I was like sneaking into a high school party or something, and I was like, this just came on, and I didn't know anyone, and I don't remember anything else about the party, but I just remember hearing it, and I just found my way to the speaker, and I was just like, what is this? And then someone nearby, like, I feel like I remember the girl who told me, like, just
That's
her
the
face.
Velvet Underground.
Yeah, she was like, this is the Velvet Underground. And I was
How
like,
old were you?
what? I must have been like 14 or 15 or something like that.
Why were
Probably
you
15.
sneaking into the party as opposed to just like walking in?
Probably walked in. But it
Were you
was
invited to the party? Is that the sneaking
Probably
part?
not. I was like sneaking, like uninvited, find alcohol
Okay,
for
yeah,
free
yeah.
because I was underage.
Correct.
And that was a sneaky part. And yeah, and she was like, yeah, it's the Velvet Underground. And I was like, this is so good. And she was like, I know, right? And I was like, no, it's so good, I can't handle it. And yeah, I just feel like that moment changed everything for real. Like on the outside, I don't know. Then it just started like gravitating more towards like musical people who also like the thing we had in common was the Velvet Underground and like drugs and
All those
things
things.
like that.
Rockstar things.
Experimental things.
Rock.
And rock.
Wait, that's so cool. Do you remember what your musical palette was like prior to this? I
Hillary
love the way you Hillary Duff.
Yeah.
I love that. I love the way you painted this scene where you just like you get pulled into the door and you're
Yeah.
just like,
It's just such a
Stumbling to the
visceral
speaker.
memory. Yeah.
yeah, it's amazing.
But yeah, before that, I was raised, like, the music that my mom introduced me to was, like, Leonard Cohen and Lucinda Williams. And those are, like, two very different artists, but for some reason they're just, like, linked for me in my childhood. And yeah, I actually did love Lizzie McGuire, and I loved Hillary Duff.
Allie and AJ?
No,
No.
Who's that?
only Hillary Duff.
Allie
Hillary
and
Duff
AJ.
for life.
Okay.
Still.
Oh,
No
like-
shade, sorry,
No,
but
no,
it's
no,
just
hey,
it just
no.
wasn't for me.
Of all pop queens, Hillary Duff is the one.
Yeah, she's the only one for me.
Is this a record that you still very much have a relationship with, or is it one of those things that you listen to a lot at a particular time and then
It's definitely like transcends time for me. You can put it on any time, like any year. There's some songs that like I get like really psychotically obsessed with, and I like put it on repeat for like months. That it like annoys everyone around me, and like people wonder how I can possibly still be listening to it. I never actually did that with this record or this song. But it just has lasted like my whole life. I can just throw it on any morning. I DJ it on my weekly DJ nights, and I just like, yeah.
And what do you think it is about the Velvet Underground that just resonated so deeply?
It's just like the sound of that first record. Like literally, I know it's like such a stock answer, but it just sounds so good.
Yeah.
Like I don't get what it is. Like the way it's recorded. It's just so warm, and I feel like it's
like dreamy and dark.
dreamy and dark and like primal. It just feels very like instinctual, and just like Lou Reed as a person is like such an interesting character. I feel like that comes through, like his freakiness. And Nico also on that record, she's such a cool weirdo, and like her voice is so amazing, and it's just
It's very unique.
unique and timeless, and I just feel like it hits forever. Like it's not locked into any sound.
If you had to get someone who is not into the Velvet Underground into the Velvet Underground, what would be like your 3 to 5 song starter pack for them?
Okay, if we have more than one song, then I would include that.
Okay.
Yes, I do feel like it. My favorite songs do tend to be like
Deeper cuts.
the deeper cuts. Not to sound like pretentious, but
Sure.
I like something that sounds like weirder and harder. So Yeah, I would include that one, and then
Sunday
Sunday morning.
Wow.
Yes! Sunday morning and I'll Be Your Mirror. Just like such good like psychedelic lyrics in that one.
Okay, so you said Venus and Furs.
Sunday morning.
Uh-huh.
And what was the last one that we
I'll
said?
Be Your Mirror.
I'll Be Your Mirror. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, I know you guys have to get out of here. And where are you guys headed next on tour?
Philly.
Yeah.
Okay. Before you guys go, just look into this camera here. Tell them who you are, what you got going on.
I'm Haley.
I'm Izzy.
And Lola is also with us in spirit today.
We're Automatic, and our record Is It Now is out now.
Today. And fuck ice.
Yeah, fuck ice.
Fuck ice. All right. Go buy the record. It's incredible. Enjoy. And thank you guys for coming. This was a blast.
Thank
I feel so far.